Across India, millions of people deeply believe in numerology. Everyone from the common man to major celebrities believe that changing their names or taking action on specific dates can bring us success.
Narendra Modi, born on 17 September. नंबर 8 और 8 नंबर के लिए 1, 3, 5, 6 सबसे बेस्ट नंबर्स होते हैं, मटेरियलिस्टिक नंबर्स.
What began with just names and birth dates has now seeped into all aspects of society, from vehicle numbers, phone numbers, wedding dates, even our pets are inspired.
Numbers have got their own power, their own authority, and the kind of benefits you can get from the universe, that is amazing.
A lot of things have changed for me positively. Relationships, money, position, a lot of things have changed.
But I'm not convinced. How can numbers determine our life's destiny? What started with a simple Google search took me down a rabbit hole. The further I delved into it, I realized that this belief system is a commercialized industry that's built on deception, tricking millions of innocent people.
It's a myth. It's a bundle of unverified beliefs. Show me that it works.
To subscribe to numerology is to entirely misunderstand what numbers are metaphysically.
It's pseudoscience. None of it is true. It doesn't work. Right? There is no scientific evidence to prove it. It's bullshit.
Numerology is a mystical science that suggests that the day you were born and the name you were assigned is no coincidence. Apparently, it can offer insights into your personality and your life's destiny. Here's how it works. You keep adding all the digits in your date of birth until you're left with a single number between 1 to 9. This number is known as your life path number, which provides details about your character and the type of life you'll go on to lead. If you get a 1, you're akin to the sun, the king of planets. It signifies leadership. If you get a 9, it means you're short-tempered and warm-hearted like the planet Mars.
Your life path number gives you a broad outline of the opportunities, the challenges, and lessons you will encounter in this lifetime.
Likewise, your name can also be converted into numbers using this chart where each letter corresponds to a number from 1 to 9. By summing these numbers repeatedly, you'll arrive at your destiny number. Numbers like 2 or 3 are considered to not have a good destiny. This is why you see celebrities often change the spellings in their names to align with a more favorable destiny number.
But you know which actor I don't understand? It's Tushar Kapoor. I'm sorry, I don't get it. That jackass dropped Kapoor. The only thing that was working for him.
Now for some of you, numerology might seem absurd right away. After all, what do numbers have to do with planets and vibrations? But here's when it gets interesting. Numerology traces its origin back to popular philosopher and mathematician Pythagoras. Yes, the same Pythagoras whose theorems have applications in physics and astronomy is also regarded as the father of numerology. So if someone like him can associate numbers with vibrations, is there a logical reasoning behind it that we are overlooking? Pythagoras had a deep fascination with numbers. One day, he observed that plucking a string produced a specific pitch or a vibration. His theory was just like strings of different lengths, what if planets also produce similar vibrations based on their orbit and distance from each other? Now, here's the thing about Pythagoras. We all know him as the mathematician, but apparently, he was also the strange person with many bizarre beliefs. For example, he avoided eating beans because he believed that beans contained souls of the dead and consuming them would be a form of cannibalism. He labeled odd numbers as male and even numbers as female and believed they came together in pairs, like 2 plus 3 equals 5, symbolizing marriage. And soon after his death, his followers began associating everything with numbers. They even assigned numbers to every letter in the English alphabet and used them for calculations. Soon everything from planets to colors to shapes to human behavior were all associated with numbers. This lengthy evolutionary process has laid the foundation for modern-day numerology. So now that we've understood its roots, let's analyze and point out 3 fundamental flaws that this system completely fails to address. According to numerology, your destiny number is calculated using your name as per your birth certificate. For many people, their nickname is more commonly used than their official name. Additionally, women even change their last names after marriage. If your name is indeed crucial in determining your life's destiny, wouldn't it make more sense to use a name that is more commonly used? Numerologists claim that Narendra Modi's destiny number is 8 based on his name. They claim that this is why important events like campaigning for 2014 elections, the announcement of demonetization policy, all took place specifically on the 8th.
Narendra Modi, born on 17 September. नंबर 8 और 8 नंबर के लिए 1, 3, 5, 6 सबसे बेस्ट नंबर्स होते हैं materialistic numbers.
But his full name is actually Narendra Damodar Das Modi, which results in the number 7. In this case, numerologists completely ignored his middle name. Moreover, why even use English alphabets for Indian names? So why not use Hindi or Sanskrit or any other language that's native to Indians? After all, English was only introduced to India in the late 17th century. Secondly, numerology bases its calculation on the decimal number system that is widely used today. This system consists of integers ranging from 0 to 9 and is also referred to as the base 10 number system. But this system is not something that's universal or inherent to mathematics. In ancient times, different civilizations used different numbering systems. Mayans used a base 20, while early Egyptians used a base 12. We eventually settled on base 10 as the standard, simply because it was easier to count all 10 using our fingers. What we refer to as number 8 would be number 20 in a base 4 system. Numerology runs into its first major problem here, because its calculations would yield different results based on the system you use.
A numerologist might say the numbers 3 and 13 have the same meaning because they're both versions of the number 3. But that's only the case in a base 10 system. In other systems that aren't base 10, 3 and 13 wouldn't have that relationship.
For example, if your date of birth is January 1, 1990, your life path number would be 3 according to base 10. But if you use a base 6 system, your life path number would be 2. You see the problem here? So finally, numerology is based on the modern day Gregorian calendar, which has 365 days divided into 12 months. Though the earth constantly orbits the sun, there is nothing in physical reality that says today is the month of January. In fact, the month of January did not even exist in the Roman calendar, which only had 10 months. Calendars, hours, and minutes were all invented by humans to track different points in time. For instance, we have 60 minutes or 60 seconds simply because it came from the Babylonians, who used a base 60 numbering system to do their calculations. Now you might wonder, how come numerologists manage to make accurate predictions about your life? How is it that sometimes they tell you your lucky number and thereafter good things seem to happen to you exactly at that particular date or month? How do we explain this? There's this popular mentalist named Darren Brown who claimed he could predict people's personalities using their birth dates. He gathered a group of random individuals and asked each person to write their birth dates on a piece of paper.
I will take these envelopes away and I will try and write a description of the personalities of the owners of those things.
When the results were returned back to the participants, they were amazed by how accurate the predictions were.
I can't believe he's analysed me so accurately. True, like all this stuff is true. I don't get stuff done because I don't like the idea of mediocrity, and that's so true. That said that right here. What the heck? It's so weird.
I would give it the reading a 95% accuracy rating.
85%. 85%.
He then revealed that he had given them all the same sheet with the same personality description. But each person had associated those descriptions with their own lives.
Se ceñía lo que yo, mi personalidad, y 5 minutos después me lo ha tirado todo por el suelo.
I love this experience. The fact that everyone does have the same insecurities, you don't feel that alone.
This technique is called cold reading, where psychics use broad statements with carefully crafted language to create this illusion of making accurate predictions about your life. Statements like, you often get hurt by people close to you, you have a tendency to be critical of yourself, or you have an intense desire to get people to accept and like you, can apply to almost anyone. A cognitive bias that numerologists often exploit is the confirmation bias. It is the human tendency to latch on to information that supports their existing beliefs. For example, if I tell you that people born in March are highly creative, you may start to notice a lot of creative individuals who are born in March, while completely ignoring the fact that creative people are born every month. Another cognitive bias is the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon. It is when you become aware of something new, you may start noticing it more frequently. For instance, after buying a new car, you might suddenly see the same model everywhere on the road. This is why when numerologist tells you your lucky number or month, you begin noticing all the little things that align with that number, which further reinforces your belief. To add credibility, numerologists often subtly add the word math or science in their books and websites.
I come up with a story and I say this story is science. Science is based on verifiable and falsifiable experiments. Show me that it works. Display it right in front of me.
It's pseudoscience. None of it is true. It doesn't work. Right? There is no scientific evidence to prove it. It's bullshit.
In 2017, Dr. Jeremy Genovese of Cleveland State University conducted a study to identify any patterns in numbers that could potentially validate numerology beyond scientific understanding. He took the date of birth of about 800 Nobel Prize winners between 1901 and 2010 and calculated their birth numbers as per numerology. These individuals are exceptional geniuses with rare accomplishments. If numerological claims are true, it should be able to distinguish these people from the rest of the population. The results show that as a group, Nobel Prize winners did not exhibit any special pattern of birth numbers, providing no support for numerological claims about birth numbers. Today in India, numerology has found its way in almost everything. Numerologists now claim that they can predict health problems in advance using your birth date. They offer medical advice, prescribe diets, and nutrition plans based on birth numbers. For instance, they say people who are a number 4 are likely to face heart problems and urinary infections. They advise that these people should eat fruits after sunset and only consume food from silver utensils. Moreover, they also influence major life decisions like marriage. They even advise on choosing life partners based on number compatibility. If numerologists truly believe that numbers can determine life's destiny, then why don't they apply numerology in their own lives to ensure personal success and fulfillment? Instead, they use numerology as a means to make money. It's similar to individuals selling courses on how to make money, where their primary source of income comes from selling those courses rather than applying the principles themselves. We humans are blessed with free will. We can make our own decisions and take responsibility for our actions. While numbers are fascinating, let scientists and mathematicians utilize them to solve real-world problems. Now I know that for some of you, one YouTube video will not change your beliefs, but I at least hope from now on, it prompts you to take the first step and start questioning these beliefs rather than blindly following such pseudoscience. Because no matter who you are, there will come a point where life seems tough. The times when you are super desperate. It is in these moments that tricksters and scammers will exploit your situation. In those times, I hope you can rely on your critical thinking skills, see through the facade of these grifters, and avoid falling for an industry that is built on deceit and pseudoscience. Hey, thank you guys for watching all the way till the end. If you found the video useful, consider subscribing and share it with as much people as you can. If you have any other suggestions or feedback about this video or anything in general, let me know in the comments. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.